Hi, Ray, and happy birthday from Rick Catizone, your long-distance friend here in Pittsburgh. I guess I'd like to start by reiterating much of what I said on that glorious Father's Day 12 years ago when you came for dinner in the evening at my home. For me, it was a very special and magical evening. I said that you probably didn't know how many of us you fathered. Feigning shock, you said, "Why, whatever do you mean?" When we all finished laughing, I went on to say that your work has been such an inspiration to all of us. You fathered our careers by giving us wonders to enjoy and visual puzzles to figure out. You once told our friend Tim Cole that I asked the most difficult questions. But that's how we learn. You left us to deduce how the intricacies of your illusions were staged. That fostered our determination and helped us explore and find our own solutions. At the same time, it's also wonderful that you have now revealed so much in your recent books. Boy, would I have loved to have had those when I was 16. But while not exactly a father, you were more like an uncle that we admired and loved, and only got to see on special occasions. Your Uncle Ray to us. Our only regret is that those special occasions only came every 3 years. Such a long wait between marvels. What took you so long? I mean, think about Jason and the Argonauts. Really? 3 years? Just because you had a battle with 7 skeletons, all timed with live action, 2 flying harpies, where you had to paint out the wires on every frame, and then the 7-headed Hydra. I mean, how long could that take? Or should I ask, how long might it have taken if you had also animated Triton? While I did have a great interest in animation when I was young, and marveled at Joe Young, it wasn't until my teens that I understood how it was brought to life. That 3-part article on you and your work, and the first behind-the-scenes photos in Famous Monsters told me that was what I wanted to do. You inspired me to try and probe the mysteries of animation. I eventually did learn how to machine my own armatures, sculpt, mold, and animate them. But there was no videotape in the 1960s, so I recorded your movies with my Super 8 camera from TV. I watched them and analyzed and learned about anticipation, weight, overlap, and other principles. That stop-motion beginning also led me to learn traditional animation, which has been the bulk of my work, and computer animation as well. But none of that might have happened if you hadn't given me all of your wonderful work to inspire me first, and then challenge my mind how to create the illusion of life. You helped instill that passion and curiosity, which is essential, as you know. I also want to thank you for taking the time to correspond with me over the years. It was very meaningful to me to have personal contact with a man who vicariously mentored me. And when working on my master's degree, with you as the focus, you were very kind in giving me some pointers on your production art method. It has all meant more to me than I can ever convey. You mentored so many of us, gave birth to our careers as animators, sculptors, effects people, illustrators, and more. We waited impatiently for the next Ray Harryhausen film. What marvels would we see? Again, Famous Monsters showed some early stills of Jason and the Argonauts. I knew it would be one of your most amazing pictures yet. At 16, I went to the theater in the morning and marveled at Jason 3 times, and labored through a mediocre Robin Hood rehash twice, just so I could see Jason 2 more times. I never got home till around 11 p.m. Magical times. Older fans, like myself, had the great fortune to see all of your films in the theater, the only way to experience the scale of the creatures and the true scope of what you created. Anyone seeing The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad on DVD has never really seen, or rather experienced, the real film. You gave us so many poetic moments, Joe Young tumbling over as he tackled the horse and rider, his battle with the lions, the emir's first strides across the doctor's table, the battle between the Cyclops and the dragon, the baboon shedding a tear, the homunculus scurrying across the table, Medusa methodically hunting her prey, and oh, so many dinosaurs to enjoy, instead of those awful men in suits, or lizards with pasted-on fins. While others went the cheap way, or the fast way, you labored alone in the dark, a frame at a time, to give us creatures that had life, and solidity, and power, and emotion. And the world has been immensely touched by your films, and the animation and effects fields were greatly elevated, and continue to be, because of your work and your inspiration. So for myself, Ray, I want to deeply and humbly thank you for what you've given me, and also for all the millions that you gave visions of fantasy like no one ever had before, and for inspiring us to pursue our own artistic careers. Many thanks, Ray, and happy 90th birthday.